Gravity is one of the most fascinating forces in our universe. It's the reason why we stay anchored to the ground, why apples fall from trees, and why planets orbit stars. Today we'll explore what gravity really is, how it works, and why it's so important for everything around us. From the smallest pebble to the largest planet, gravity affects every object with mass. Let's begin our journey by understanding the basics of this invisible yet powerful force. Gravity is a natural force that pulls objects toward each other. Whenever you drop something, it falls to the ground because Earth's gravity is pulling it downward. This force is always present even though we can't see it. It's responsible for keeping us grounded and for making sure that everything on Earth, from people to buildings, stays in place. Without gravity, nothing would stay put, and life as we know it would be impossible. Anything that has mass, like a person, a ball, or even a planet, creates gravity. The more massive an object is, the stronger its gravitational pull. For example, Earth has much more mass than a ball, so its gravity is much stronger. This is why we feel Earth's gravity every day but barely notice the gravity from smaller objects around us. Mass is the key factor that determines how powerful an object's gravity will be. On Earth, gravity is what keeps us from floating away. It holds our atmosphere in place and ensures that everything from oceans to mountains stays where it belongs. When you jump, gravity pulls you back down. It's the force that makes walking, running, and even sitting possible. Without gravity, our world would be chaotic, with objects and people drifting aimlessly. When you drop something, it falls because gravity pulls it toward the Earth. This simple action is a clear demonstration of gravity at work. Whether it's a pencil, a ball, or a leaf, gravity ensures that objects always move downward unless something stops them. This everyday experience is a direct result of the gravitational force acting on everything with mass. Gravity doesn't just keep us on the ground, it also keeps our atmosphere in place. The air we breathe is held close to Earth by gravity, preventing it from drifting off into space. This is crucial for life as our atmosphere provides oxygen and protects us from harmful radiation. Without gravity, Earth's atmosphere would disappear, making life impossible. Gravity isn't limited to Earth, it works everywhere in the universe. It's the force that keeps the moon orbiting Earth and the Earth orbiting the sun. In space, gravity shapes the movement of planets, stars, and galaxies. Without gravity, these celestial bodies would drift apart and the universe would look very different. The idea of gravity was first clearly explained by Isaac Newton. He proposed that every object in the universe attracts every other object. This became known as the theory of gravity. Newton's theory helped us understand why planets move the way they do and why objects fall to the ground. His work laid the foundation for modern physics and our understanding of the universe. Newton's theory states that every object, no matter how big or small, attracts every other object. This universal attraction is what keeps planets in orbit and causes objects to fall. The strength of this attraction depends on the mass of the objects and the distance between them. The closer and more massive the objects, the stronger the gravitational pull. Later, Albert Einstein introduced a new perspective on gravity through his theory of relativity. He explained that gravity is not just a force, but the result of massive objects bending space and time around them. This idea changed how scientists view gravity and helped explain phenomena that Newton's theory couldn't. Einstein's theory suggests that objects like planets and stars create curves in space and time. Other objects move along these curves, which is what we experience as gravity. This concept helps us understand why planets orbit stars and why light bends near massive objects. Gravity is responsible for shaping the universe. It keeps planets, stars, and galaxies together, forming the structures we see in space. Without gravity, these objects would drift apart and the universe would be a chaotic place. Gravity's influence extends far beyond Earth, affecting everything in the cosmos. Gravity is invisible, but its effects are everywhere. We can't see gravity, but we can observe its impact on objects and people. From falling leaves to orbiting planets, gravity is always at work. Its invisibility makes it mysterious, but its presence is undeniable. Gravity affects everything we do in our daily lives. It makes walking, running, and jumping possible. It keeps our drinks in cups and our food on plates. Even simple actions like sitting or standing rely on gravity. Without it, daily life would be very different and much more challenging. Gravity plays a big role in sports. When you throw a ball, jump, or run, gravity influences how you move. Athletes learn to work with gravity to improve their performance. Understanding gravity helps us appreciate the challenges and achievements in sports. Gravity affects technology too. Engineers and scientists consider gravity when designing buildings, bridges, and vehicles. Space missions rely on understanding gravity to launch rockets and land safely. Technology is shaped by our knowledge of gravity. Gravity is responsible for rivers flowing downhill and rain falling from the sky. It keeps oceans and lakes in place. Water cycles from evaporation to precipitation depend on gravity. Without gravity, water would not behave as it does, making life impossible. Plants rely on gravity to grow roots downward and stems upward. This process, called gravitropism, helps plants find water and sunlight. Gravity guides plant growth and ensures they stay anchored in the soil. Animals like humans depend on gravity for movement and balance. Birds fly by overcoming gravity while fish swim by working with it. Gravity affects how animals live, move, and interact with their environment. Space travel is possible because we understand gravity. Rockets must overcome Earth's gravity to reach space. Astronauts experience microgravity, which affects their bodies and equipment. Gravity is a key factor in exploring the universe. Gravity keeps the moon orbiting Earth. The moon's gravity also affects tides on our planet. This relationship shows how gravity connects celestial bodies and influences natural phenomena. Earth orbits the sun because of gravity. The sun's massive gravity keeps planets in their paths and forms the solar system. Without the sun's gravity, planets would drift away into space. Gravity holds galaxies together, keeping billions of stars in place. It shapes the structure of the universe and determines how galaxies move and interact. Without gravity, galaxies would not exist as we know them. Black holes are regions in space where gravity is extremely strong. They pull in everything nearby, including light. Black holes show the incredible power of gravity and help scientists study the limits of this force. Gravity causes stars to form by pulling gas and dust together. It also keeps stars stable and controls their life cycles. Gravity is essential for the birth, life, and death of stars. Gravity creates orbits, allowing planets and moons to move in predictable paths. Orbits are the result of gravity pulling objects toward each other while they move forward. This balance keeps celestial bodies in motion. Satellites stay in orbit around Earth because of gravity. Scientists use gravity to launch and control satellites, which help us communicate, observe weather, and explore space. Einstein's theory shows that gravity can affect time. Near massive objects, time moves slower. This concept, called time dilation, is important for understanding the universe and planning space missions. Gravity can bend light, a phenomenon known as gravitational lensing. This effect helps astronomers study distant galaxies and understand the structure of the universe. Understanding gravity is essential for space exploration. Scientists use gravity to plan missions, launch rockets, and navigate spacecraft. Gravity assists or slingshots help spacecraft travel farther using the gravity of planets. Gravity influences weather patterns by keeping the atmosphere in place. It affects how air moves, how clouds form, and how rain falls. Weather on Earth depends on gravity. Gravity keeps oceans and seas from floating away. It also causes tides, which are the rise and fall of sea levels. The moon's gravity plays a big role in creating tides. Mountains stay anchored to Earth because of gravity. Gravity prevents landslides and keeps soil and rocks in place. It's essential for the stability of landscapes. Buildings and structures are designed to withstand gravity. Architects and engineers consider gravity to ensure safety and stability. Without gravity, construction would be very different. Vehicles from cars to airplanes are affected by gravity. Gravity keeps cars on the road and influences how airplanes fly. Engineers design vehicles to work with gravity for efficiency and safety. Gravity affects our health. It helps blood circulate and keeps our muscles and bones strong. Astronauts in space experience health changes due to microgravity, showing how important gravity is for our bodies. Gravity keeps food and drinks in place. It makes cooking and eating possible. Without gravity, preparing meals would be a challenge, especially in space. Artists use gravity in their work, from painting to sculpture. Gravity affects how materials behave and how art is displayed. Understanding gravity helps artists create unique pieces. Gravity can even influence our emotions. The feeling of being grounded can provide comfort and stability. Metaphorically, gravity represents connection and belonging. Gravity is essential for growth from plants to humans. It guides development and ensures proper structure. Without gravity, growth would be unpredictable and unstable. Scientists study gravity to understand the universe. Experiments and observations reveal how gravity works and its effects on everything. Science continues to uncover new mysteries about gravity. Gravity is taught in schools as a fundamental concept. Understanding gravity helps students learn about physics, astronomy, and the world around them. Education inspires curiosity about gravity's role in life. Innovators use gravity in new ways, from designing products to exploring space. Understanding gravity leads to breakthroughs in technology and science. Innovation is driven by our quest to master gravity. Gravity will continue to shape our future. As we explore space and develop new technologies, understanding gravity will be essential. The mysteries of gravity inspire scientists and dreamers alike. Gravity is a fundamental force that affects everything in the universe. It keeps us grounded, shapes the cosmos, and influences daily life. Even though it's invisible, gravity's impact is everywhere. Understanding gravity helps us appreciate the world and inspires us to explore further.